Welcome to Team 4's case analysis on Stryker for Management 7160 Capstone for the Spring 2023 semester, brought to you by Anthony Carpio, Hilda Segal, Kandis Scurlock, Matt Duty, and Mitchell King. In this presentation, we will be introducing Stryker by providing an overview and brief history, then discussing core aspects of the firm, problems Stryker has faced, financial information, innovations and acquisitions, corporate responsibility, and finally recommendations.
Stryker Corporation is a leading medical technology company that specializes in orthopedic implants, medical and surgical equipment, neurotechnology, and spine products. The company was founded in 1941 and is headquartered in Kalamazoo, Michigan today. Stryker's products are used in various medical specialties, including orthopedics, neurosurgery, trauma, spine, and other areas as well. The company's mission is to make healthcare better by providing outstanding service and working together with customers to develop innovative and effective medical solutions that improve patient outcomes and the quality of life. Stryker was founded in 1941 by Dr. Homer Stryker, a renowned orthopedic surgeon who invented and patented the first mobile hand-cracked hospital bed. Over the years, the company expanded its product portfolio and grew through a series of acquisitions, strategic partnerships, and organic growth. For example, in the 1970s, Stryker introduced its first orthopedic implant, a hip implant, which became the foundation of the company's orthopedic business. In recent years, Stryker has focused on expanding its presence in the emerging markets and investing in research and development to bring new products and technologies to the market. The company has also made strategic acquisitions to strengthen its capabilities in areas such as robotics, neurotechnology, and surgical instruments. Stryker has numerous awards and recognition for its innovative products, commitment to quality, and corporate social responsibility initiatives. The company has also been recognized as one of the Fortune 500 companies and has consistently delivered strong financial performance. Today, Stryker is a global leader in the medical technology industry with operations in over 100 countries and a diverse portfolio of products serving healthcare providers and patients worldwide. Here is the current leadership team for Stryker. Starting with the CEO and chairman of the board, we have Kevin Lobo. Moving on to the vice president and CFO, there is Glenn Boneling. And finally, the vice president and strategy and investor relations, Catherine Owens. You can find more detailed information on Stryker's executives and their backgrounds on the company's website.
Stryker's vision statement: we offer innovative products and services in medical and surgical, neurotechnology, orthopedics, and spine that help improve patient and healthcare outcomes, provides critical information in a brief statement. Pointing out the innovation aspect of products and services speaks to the commitment and ingenuity of Stryker, who conversely have been granted more than 7,600 patents, not to mention more than 26,000 that have been applied for. The fields that Stryker typically operate in are also defined here, providing a better idea of how the company contributes to the overall medical field and remains focused in these specific areas. The last part of this statement craftily uses outcomes to connect on a more personal level as the focus becomes to improve the outcome, making the perception much more positive in an otherwise typically scary and uncertain time. The mission statement, also brief but effective, immediately illustrates the collaborative effort with customers. In a field that rapidly advances, customers can provide invaluable feedback and information to aid in advancements that will not only improve success rates, but lead to new and innovative products. Stryker also indicates that they are driven to make healthcare better, which displays commitment and internal motivation. The mission statement directly correlates with the vision statement as Stryker engages in the business of and aspirations to be innovative with customers' input to improve patients and healthcare outcomes. For Stryker's values, they begin with integrity, stating we do what's right. This is evident in their sustainability efforts and corporate responsibilities. Next is accountability. We do what we say. As a medical firm, Stryker is in a tough position to consistently deliver well-made products for individuals. Among lawsuits that have been filed, there are also innovations that have been made delivering on promises and strategies. People, which is always an important subject for both internal and external stakeholders, Stryker has an elaborate network of career opportunities and makes these available by offering segments from current employees, employment events, remote work options, career paths, and even a bot to help you with finding the right opportunity. Finally, performance. Simply stated, we deliver. Stryker has a long list of accomplishments and awards including Best Workplaces in more than 25 categories, the Don Clifton Strengths-Based Culture Award, Best Place to Work for LGBTQ+ Equality, People's Magazine Companies That Care, and named one of the world's most admired companies by Fortune.
Here is the current SWOT analysis for Stryker viewed as a whole. Listed here are key elements in each area of the SWOT that will be further explained in the slides later to come. Starting with the strengths, Stryker has a strong financial performance and profitability. Stryker has consistently reported strong financial performance and profitability over the years. In 2020, the company reported a net sales of $14.9 billion and a net income of $2.3 billion with an operating margin of 22.1%. The financial performance has been driven by a combination of factors, including strong market positioning in several key medical device segments, a broad and diverse product portfolio, and a focus on innovation and research and development. They're also leading market position in several medical device segments, as mentioned earlier. These include orthopedics, neurotechnology, and medical and surgical instruments. The company's market leadership in these segments is based on its strong brand reputation, product quality, and reliability, and a well-established distribution network. They are widely recognized and trusted and reliable brand in the medical device industry. They have established a strong brand reputation over the years through its commitment to quality and innovation, and as well on its focus on customer satisfaction and corporate responsibility. The strong brand recognition has enabled Stryker to command premium pricing for its products and to maintain a loyal customer base. Moving on to weaknesses, Stryker has faced limited product differentiation and high competition in some segments. In these certain segments of the medical technology industry, Stryker faces challenges in its products from those of its competitors. This may be due to similarities in product features, functionality, and performance, which can result in pricing pressures and reduce customer loyalty. This can make it difficult for Stryker to command premium prices for its products and maintain a competitive edge, especially in markets where there are several players offering similar products. Stryker also faces product recalls and regulatory challenges affecting the brand image. As a medical technology company, Stryker is subject to strict regulatory compliance requirements imposed by various regulatory bodies, such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, and other global regulatory agencies. Non-compliance with these regulations could result in product recalls, fines, litigations, and reputational damage, which could overall impact Stryker's operations and financial performance. With that, Stryker also faces and has the challenges of limited presence in emerging markets and untapped customer segments, which can prove to be an issue in the long run. On to the opportunities. Stryker has the opportunity to expand its presence into emerging markets with high potential growth, such as Asia, Latin America, and the Middle Eastern countries. These markets offer significant opportunities due to factors such as rising healthcare spending, increasing awareness and adoption of advanced medical technologies, and a growing middle-class population that have a higher disposable income. By expanding into these markets, Stryker could tap into a new customer base, diversify its revenue streams, and capitalize on the potential for long-term growth. The healthcare industry is witnessing rapid technological advancements and digitalization trends, including areas such as telemedicine, wearable devices, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. Stryker can leverage these advancements to develop innovative products and solutions that can improve patient outcomes, enhance surgical precision, and provide cost-effective healthcare solutions. By staying at the forefront of technological advancements and embracing digitalization, Stryker can get a competitive advantage, enhance its product offerings, and drive growth in the rapidly evolving healthcare landscape. Finally, there's a growing demand for minimally invasive robotic surgery solutions as they offer benefits such as reduced scarring, shorter recovery times, and improved patient outcomes. Stryker, with its expertise in medical technology, can capitalize on this demand by developing and marketing innovative minimally invasive and robotic surgery solutions. By expanding its portfolio in this area, Stryker can tap into a growing market segment and meet the evolving needs of healthcare providers and patients. Finally, Stryker faces some threats in the healthcare industry today. The medical technology and healthcare industry is highly competitive, with numerous global and local players vying for a market share. Stryker faces intense competition from other major medical device companies as well as smaller specialized companies. This competition can result in price pressures as competitors may engage in pricing strategies to gain market share or respond to changing market dynamics. Price pressures can impact Stryker's profitability and margins and may require strategic pricing decisions, cost management, and competitive positioning to maintain market share and profitability. Lastly, The medical technology industry is subject to stringent regulatory requirements, including regulations related to product safety, efficiency, quality, manufacturing, and practices. Compliance with these regulations requires significant investments in research and development, testing, documentation, and regulatory filings, which can result in increased costs and delays in product approvals. However, regulatory changes or increased scrutiny by regulatory authorities can impact Stryker's operations, supply chain, and market access overall. Additionally, compliance with evolving data privacy and cybersecurity regulations also poses challenges and costs for Stryker in protecting patient and customer data.
Stryker Corporation is a publicly traded company that has performed really well over the past few fiscal years. Here you'll see some of the key financial metrics that indicates their strong financial performance. Starting with sales. Stryker's sales revenue is a crucial metric that indicates the company's overall financial health. In 2022, Stryker reported net sales of $18.4 billion, which was a 7.6% increase compared to 2021 and a 27.8% increase from 2020. You also see the steady increase in both EBIT and EBITDA. EBIT is earnings before interest and taxes, and EBITDA is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. These metrics are used to measure a company's operating profit and cash flow. Both EBIT and EBITDA have increased roughly 27% since 2020. Next, something that is a key metric to Stryker's investors is EPS, or earnings per share. EPS provides a clear picture to the investors of the company's profitability and helps investors assess its financial health. A higher EPS indicates that a company is generating more profits per share and is generally considered a positive sign. As you can see, the EPS for 2022 was $6.17 and has increased 46.9% since 2020. This is a very fast-growing company and makes investors attracted to investing into Stryker. Finally, Stryker has also managed to lower their debt-to-equity ratio while performing financially strong through the past years. Their debt-to-equity ratio for 2020 was 0.79. A higher debt-to-equity ratio suggests a more risky stock, while a particularly low one may indicate that the business is not taking advantage of debt financing to expand. Generally speaking, a debt-to-equity ratio below 1 would be seen as relatively safe, whereas one that is over 1.5 or 2 might be considered risky. So this means that Stryker is considered a relatively safe investment. Being in the medical technology field, Stryker has many peers and competitors that make up the industry. The list of their peer constituents, according to Bloomberg, are listed in the chart on the top right. Some of the big names you may see are Boston Scientific, Masimo Corporation, and Align Technology. Below that, you'll see a daily stock price chart. This chart breaks down the movement of stock prices for Stryker and their top 5 competitors according to Bloomberg data. This chart shows the movement of their stock price from March 2022 to March 2023. The percentage on the far right will indicate how a stock price has performed over this 1-year period. For example, Stryker stock price percentage performance is 104%, meaning if you invested $100 into Stryker stock on March 22, 2022, you would have a gain of $4 today, or in March 2023. Each dollar invested comes with a gain of 4 pennies. This upward trend in stock price reflects the strong financial performance and growth that I mentioned in the last slide. This chart also gives you a great view on how the stock price of Stryker and their competitors will fluctuate in response to certain market conditions and industry-specific factors. While on the topic of finances, I want to discuss Stryker's R&D costs. Research and development costs refer to the expenses associated with the research and development of new products or the improvement of existing products. These costs can include salaries, equipment, materials, and other expenses associated with the research and development process. In 2022, Stryker spent $1.45 billion in research and development. This is roughly a 48% increase from 2020 when they spent $0.98 billion. This upward trend in research and development spending is a way that Stryker continue to innovate and improve their products. So why is this important? First, innovation and staying competitive. The healthcare industry is constantly evolving and new technologies are emerging. By investing in research and development, Stryker can stay ahead of its competitors and bring innovative products to market that meet the changing needs of the healthcare providers and patients. Secondly, they want to improve existing products. Research and development allows Stryker to improve existing products and make them more efficient, cost-effective, and safe. This can help the company to retain its market share and increase profitability. Finally, they want to meet regulatory safety standard requirements. The medical device industry is highly regulated, and new products must meet rigorous safety and efficiency standards before they hit the market. By investing in research and development, Stryker can ensure that its products meet these requirements and gain regulatory approval more quickly.
Although Stryker has been an industry leader in medical technology and devices for decades, the company has seen its fair share of serious legal troubles. Despite repeated warnings and investigations from the FDA, Stryker's delayed reaction in response to those warnings have resulted in the company facing mass recalls, lawsuits, and settlements. Some reasons for recalls include contamination and defects that cause extensive bone and tissue damage from their medical devices. In 2012, Stryker recalled more than 50,000 hip implant devices known as Rejuvenate and AGB2 due to elevated levels of metal found in patients implanted with the devices, which caused bone and tissue destruction. Another notable recall for Stryker occurred in 2016, where the company recalled more than 42,000 hip implant devices known as L-Fit V40. These devices were recalled because small particles of metal were released around a component in the hip device, resulting in erosion, bone and tissue damage, and device failure, because some of the components actually became disassociated from each other. It is also important to note that in between these two recalls, in 2014, the company was also facing legal troubles regarding some of their other implant devices, in particular, the knee replacement devices that were a part of its subsidiary, Otis Med. The company was charged with intentionally distributing knee replacement devices that were not approved by the FDA. As a result of this action, the CEO was sentenced to 2 years in prison, and Stryker ended up paying $80 million to federal courts. Stryker's mass recall of their defective hip implants prompted lawsuits that claimed that these faulty devices caused severe pain, bone and tissue damage, metallosis, which is a condition caused by the buildup and shedding of metal debris, which resulted in high levels of metal ions in blood and urine, and other complications that later required revision surgery. At least 6 models of Stryker hip replacements or their components have been named in these lawsuits. Some of the models include Rejuvenate, AGB2, and L-Fit V40 hip implant devices. More than 3,000 people have sued Stryker after experiencing problems with their hip implants. As of October 2022, there were at least 581 Stryker hip replacement lawsuits still pending in federal and state courts. To date, Stryker has paid over $2 billion in lawsuit settlements over the medical devices. In 2020, Stryker experienced a difficult year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to hospital staffing shortages and the cancellation of numerous elective hip, knee, and spine procedures that put a significant portion of Stryker's revenue at risk. The pandemic also caused a disruption in global supply chain, which resulted in inventory shortages of electrical components, chips, and needed raw materials. Despite these unprecedented challenges of 2020, Stryker continued to work diligently to strengthen their product and service lines by seeking alternatives to make every effort to mitigate any risk to product supply. Since pandemic restrictions have been lifted, elective procedures are making a return, which enable the company to enter 2023 with good momentum.
After COVID, another large-scale and noteworthy event occurred in February 2022 where Russia invaded Ukraine. In addition to Stryker, other medical firms, namely AstraZeneca, Bayer, Colgate-Palmolive, Eli Lilly, GlaxoSmithKline, Johnson & Johnson, Medtronic, Pfizer, and Smith & Nephew, have only slightly modified operations in Russia, but otherwise continue to do business as usual despite any potential backlash or outcry from the public. Many of these companies have publicly condemned the Ukrainian conflict, yet decided not to pull out of Russia, as hundreds of other companies did as a sign of their position. Stryker released a statement on March 15, 2022, highlighting the work they are doing in conjunction with the Red Cross to direct resources to humanitarian efforts in Ukraine in response to the conflict. While the signals appear to be mixed, Stryker holds to their position that, quote, "Our mission and values will keep driving our commitment to the health of communities," end quote. While remaining in Russia to provide healthcare-related services to the community, the overall public opinion for most companies that decided to stay was negative. Websites and articles have been dedicated to tracking and reporting of companies' decisions to remain in Russia regardless of external pressures. Many firms felt an immediate negative effect to the bottom line at the onset of the invasion, but Stryker has since gained any ground that may have been lost, and there do not appear to be any losses associated with continuing to do business in Russia.
Stryker has a diverse array of innovative technologies and devices that help people lead more active and satisfying lives. This is made possible through the innovative use of 3D printing, microsurgical robotics, and artificial intelligence. A huge part of the future of Stryker's innovative strategies includes the use of artificial intelligence, 3D printing, and micro-robotics. Stryker is an industry leader in 3D printing for its implants by the use of its proprietary titanium in-growth technology and additive manufacturing, Imagine technology, which allows the company to produce implants that better resemble the tissue to be replaced. And this would be impossible to manufacture by other traditional methods. With continued implant improvements with 3D printing, combined with microsurgical robotics and artificial intelligence, together these innovations lead to improved patient outcomes, safety, quality, and efficiency. These innovations also help physicians to learn, practice, and perfect their surgical skills. Patients are offered a more personalized device design and implantation, and surgeries are also able to be performed in a shorter amount of time with less pain and faster recoveries.
In this section, I will talk about how Stryker gives back to the community and makes plans for the future. Over the years, Stryker has acquired over 45 companies who had offered related services and products. In this timeline, we see some of the more notable firms that Stryker had absorbed. One of these larger firms is Mako, the producer of the advanced surgical robots that Stryker is actually known for. The next slide is an overview of how far-reaching Stryker really is. They serve over 130 million patients indirectly all over the world, whether this is through their pre-op products, post-op products, hospital beds, and everything in between. Fortune has ranked them in 2022 as the world's best workplace. Stryker is named on their list every year in some capacity on Fortune's rankings. In addition, in 2022, over 3,500 employees had participated in different various volunteering and fundraising efforts. Stryker also partners with Operation Smiles to give funding. Operation Smiles is a program where medical professionals travel to underserved countries to repair different cleft lip conditions. Stryker not only offers continuing education with their products, but also just for practicing first responders and clinicians. Part of Stryker's corporate strategy is also looking to build a better environment and lessen their impact. They have pledged by 2030 to become a carbon neutral firm, and they are well on their way, because in 2024 they will have reduced their carbon emissions by 20%. Their facilities are rated as LEED or BREEAM, depending on their location. These are facilities that are designated as environmentally friendly due to their energy because of the way that they're designed. A unique program that Stryker also utilizes is how to recycle single-use medical products. Usually these are disposed of into landfills. However, Stryker has partnered with different hospitals to help reprocess these items at their own facility, and they're able to reuse portions of this and create more single-use medical products, and the hospitals get cost savings, and as well as both are reducing waste in our environment. To manufacture many of these medical devices, you need minerals such as tin, tantalum, tungsten, and gold. And oftentimes they are sourced in conflict areas. So Stryker has committed to their conflict minerals policy to make sure that these minerals are being mined in responsible sources. They have also designated categories for businesses to apply for partnerships with them, divided into diverse and small business categories. Now, some examples are veteran-owned, woman-owned, or minority-owned, and this helps engage in different suppliers and strengthen relationships with other businesses. So in conclusion, while Stryker was involved in various lawsuits from product quality issues, they have continued to offer the latest innovations, continually expand globally, and overcome these challenges. They have an edge over their competitors, especially with regard to orthopedic and neurosurgical products.